Yes, guys, how you doing? Good afternoon. Happy Friday. I hope you are all happy and healthy, doing the things you love. I'm being called Clickbait Butler. What makes you think it was me? What makes you think it was me? Might have been Johnny. Nah, It was me. It was me. It was me. Certainly was. Even Johnny went, well, that's a bit punchy. The stories are the stories. We don't make them up. We bring them to your attention and we discuss them. Guys, we got some favors to ask from you. Please do smash the like button. Please do smash the like button. Big up Magic J. Smash the subscribe if you haven't already. It's very easy to do. All you got to do is rub the sub, and then it should open up the door to commentary, just like Bonnie Blue or Lily Phillips. We don't prejudice against those
Lily
in
Phillips,
the OnlyFans community.
Yeah, I think we've been doing a disservice to Lily Phillips. Bonnie's been getting all the credit, just because she's into her thousands, and like Phillips is just hit the 1,000. Will she do a post, Sean? Thank you, 1,000, not 1,000 followers, 1,000 inserters.
1,000 follow-throughs.
Follow-throughs, yeah. 1,000 deposits.
1,000. 1,000 forgot to pull out.com. Anyway, this is a bad way to start. We're getting shut down already. We're getting shut down and we're cancelled already. We're cancelled in the morning. Guys, please do smash like, smash the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment or two. Let us know your thoughts on today's topics. Also, this video is available on Spotify as soon as it's finished. We are putting it right up on Spotify and on Apple Pods and Amazon, all that jazz. So if you're interested in that thing, then please do check us out over there. And we've got predicciones to go through today. We've got some interesting games when we go and look at our second clubs. And Johnny, how are you?
I'm all good. Looking forward to the weekend before another international break, where all Spurs fans, all football fans, should I say, pray that their star player doesn't come back with an ACL or some other horrible injury that's going to rule him out. I think every manager and every fan holds his breath, hopes he doesn't play too many minutes, especially those that, from our perspective, or any club that's got South Americans, when your players are going to, Brazil, Argentina, or wherever, or Korea, or wherever it may be, knowing they're coming back on a Thursday and there's a game on a Saturday, and thinking, you know what, they're going to be jet lagged, they're not going to be in the best of health, it is a concern, especially when you've got big games coming up, and us Spurs fans will be, wondering or worrying how fit will Romero, Bentancur, and the likes be coming back from South America for our big games against Arsenal and PSG. But it is what it is. It's football. The globalization of football, mate.
Yeah. I don't, it is. Yeah, I hate saying that phrase. I say it over the top. Not as much as I've noticed Sava says that phrase now every fourth word.
What, globalization?
No, it is what it is.
Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is.
He's taken it to new levels. He's taken it to new levels of it is what it is, Dums.
Can I ask you a question? It's just suddenly taking it away a little bit, but do you think Infantini, right, and UEFA, FIFA, should be getting involved in getting him and awarding Donald Trump a peace prize? Are we not? Is it not a football organisation? I mean, award a footballer for fantastic work setting up a foundation in Africa or, in Asia, donating half of his money to set up school for the underprivileged kids in Africa or wherever it may be. Those are the stories that Infantini and the likes of FIFA should be promoting. The good of players, not just the bad side of football. And yet, what do? They want to offer. He's so far up Donald's backside, right? I'm surprised he can hear what's going on. But, why?
Donald Trump, in his mind, got robbed of the Nobel Peace Prize. So the FIFA Peace Prize is a justifiable second. Let's not forget. he wouldn't leave the stadium, the trophy pedestal or pantheon, whatever you want to call it, during the Club World Cup. You know, he wants to get his face in every picture, mate. He wants his accolades. He wants his accolades, mate. And I'm here for it. I like a man who knows a thing or two about an Arabic or two, you know?
A thing or two. What I don't understand is we got rid of Sepp Blatter. We got rid of Platini. Corrupt. And we thought, this is the guy. And he could possibly be the worst of them all combined.
Oh, mate, they're all at it, mate. They're all at it. Listen, if the people that are watching this don't recognise by now that institutions, whether it's politicians, whether it's FIFA institutions, whether it's anything in between, I'm sure there is corruption of the highest level, even at world peace or even at Greenpeace or even everything else. I'm sure they are all just mechanisms and engineering models to be able to get money out of some people and into the hands of people that don't deserve it. And whether it's money or whether it's accolades, it's all an ego thing. And that's how the game works, Johnny. It's how the world works, bro.
Yeah,
the problem is make serenity prayer. Lord, grant me the serenity to Lord, grant me the wisdom, the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the wisdom to you know what it is. You know what it is.
I know what you mean. But listen, look, the thing is for me, I'm not trying to get political here, but it pissed me off when, all we hear is about the bad side of football. We got Marinakis, clean Marinakis, right, in court, accused of corruption. Surely not. Links to gangs, criminal gangs. Surely not. And his influence in UEFA and FIFA, Infantini, and all the things that are going on with the World Cup, the money that suddenly came in, as we know, they couldn't sell the Club World Cup to anybody, and suddenly DAZN bids, $1 billion out of nowhere, well over the top for the event, and who suddenly puts an investment of £1 billion to buy a stake in DAZN? No other people, the Saudi wealth fund. So it's corrupt. He's at the center of it, but they're not looking after the one thing they should be doing is the welfare of football, the welfare of the players, and understanding what could be good for the fans. They have absolutely no interest in anything other than extending their financial base. This thing now where this Club World Cup could be, they want it every 2 years now, right? It wasn't enough with every 4 years, every 2 years. Maybe we can expand it. It's rubbish. Sorry, he's an absolute scumbag. But there's no cry out. This is what I don't understand. You saw all the press, Sean, and all the documentary makers trying to uncover the corruption with Sepp Blatter and Platini, but no one seems to be really doing a deep dive to expose Infantini. Where he was there on the Trump's inauguration. What was he doing?
What is it you're alleging that he's done today?
No, I just don't understand why you awarding Donald Trump a peace wanting to award Donald Trump a peace.
I don't know, but that compared to the Saudi Arabian World Cup bid, I think it's
a joke. It's a joke. I mean, that's another thing. So they made that bid for. So the end of the story was, so they bid for that. They put the $1 billion in, and lo and behold, Saudi Arabia has got the World Cup, right, out of nowhere. Have you seen the stadiums they're building?
That was before. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I meant the Qatar bid. Sorry.
Qatar bid. Yeah, the Saudi bid.
It is what it is, Johnny. It is what it is, mate. People have got to get their palms greased, mate. Like it is what it is. Does it? We can spend a long time sort of sitting there bemoaning it, but it's not just in football, is it? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in your local council. It's in your local fish and chip shop. It's in your local betting agency. I mean, I don't know. I've because of because of the conspiracy channel that I'm doing. I'm spending a lot of time on flicking through on Instagram and liking posts that I think will be really good for that channel, and consequently, the likes have sent my algorithm wild into this weird rabbit hole on Instagram. And some of the weirdest stuff I'm seeing in like American football, like the wide receivers getting a free run, or the quarterbacks like basically not getting hurt by linebackers or whatever, because like there's clear, like even though they've got a free run at them, suddenly they just like lean over and fall over because it's all corrupt, it's all dodgy, it's all fixed. Like, learn the lesson. Don't bet on sports, basically. Don't bet on sports, then it won't affect you.
Well, listen, look what happened in Turkey. 371 of the 574 referees have been caught having gambling accounts, all linked to the top 4 clubs. And, we got that going on. We got one guy had 18,000 bets. Well, a referee with 18,000 bets. We got Marinakis in court. We got John Textor who can't pay his bills. But they all pass fit and proper by the Premier League, mate.
Yeah. Who's going to police the police, though, Johnny? If you've got someone that's investigating them, who's investigating the investigators? That's what I want to know.
There you go. I'll tell you who they brought in. They brought in a Labour guy who made some contributions so he could be the head of football for the government. There you go.
It's true.
Anyway.
It is as we have learnt to repeat ad nauseum what it is. Johnny, let's get into some absolutely shameless transfer news, views, and clues, shall we? Maybe we've got a long show. We've got a big show to get into. Let's talk a little bit about the man on the title, RODRYGO. Now, we've spoken about this. Listen, every time RODRYGO's name comes up, you know what I'm doing. I'm putting out a video immediately. But I didn't put a video about RODRYGO on Tottenham on Spurs Talk Show today because I saved it for this channel because the story's out there that RODRYGO is essentially what we've been saying for a long time. He stayed at Real Madrid after the summer of Willy Won't He, and it hasn't changed. He's played 2 games. He's played 0, like basically 20 minutes or something.
Yeah,
he's not getting any minutes in a World Cup year when there's a lot of Brazilian players that are putting their head above the parapet, trying to get themselves amongst the squad. And RODRYGO, you would imagine, would naturally be on the short list, but he's not playing, and so up comes the story. He's definitely leaving. He wants to come to the Premier League. He wants to get him. And by the way, I'm not making this stuff up, guys. I've got ESPN. I've got Tribal Football. I've got Court Offside.
They've all got it.
BBC are talking about it as well. They're all on this one. RODRYGO. Spurs are interested in RODRYGO and Keenan Yildiz. We're going to come to the Ivan Toney story in a minute. Johnny, I think we spoke about this last week. RODRYGO to Spurs makes sense to me as a loan. It's a 6-month loan, no option, no obligation. It makes sense to me. What does it make to you?
Yeah, listen, I'm all for this. I'm here to facilitate RODRYGO goes. I don't know why. Who gives it? Is it RODRYGO goes? RODRYGO goes where? That's what I want to know. I'm here to facilitate RODRYGO's ambition to get to the World Cup by coming and playing for us on the left-hand side, okay? Now that Lookman seems to be picking a fight with everyone he can find, pay the money. Let's have a loan. Let's get Ivan Toney on loan. Let's get him on loan. And if they want to stay, great. If they love it in London, great. If not, we go big in the summer. But I'm all for this. We need to
pay £10 million for a loan fee for Matisse Tell.
Absolutely. Listen. Right.
How much is RODRYGO's 6-month worth?
We have just made £11 million, right? We just made £11 million for a 4x4 from Jim Ratcliffe and his 4x4 vehicle. He only owed us 5. That's why we don't pay. Yeah? My chairman Vinny.
My chairman Daniel Levy.
Yeah, so he's gonna pay. We will pay. It's the question is, like we said before. Is he going to get game time at Arsenal? No. Is he going to get game time at Chelsea? No. Is he going to get game time at Man United currently? Probably not. Is he going to get game time at Liverpool? Probably not.
Not as much. He's going to get more game time at Tottenham.
Yeah, he will get. Look, the thing is, Los Blancos don't want him, right? And... he's in a similar position to Endrick. Why does the manager, the incoming manager, not want him? Is it because he really isn't any good? Or is it because of his work ethic? Is it because he's not a team player? I don't know. They're talking about £70 million, €70 million, right? If you remember in the summer,
you pay that if you can. You do it if you can. If you can convince him to come and you break the transfer record, €70 million. You know, then I was only a few months shy of my prediction that Tottenham would have a new club's record transfer fee. Didn't happen, but it was close. Yeah. We'd have a new club's highest earner again on top of it already, on top of what we already have with Christian Romero. And he's going to be the balance. And this guy is incredible, mate. Rodrigo is a superstar. Sorry, he is a superstar,
well,
Johnny.
Obviously not, because he's not playing, Sean. Yeah, he's a superstar in our mind.
He's a superstar among superstars, though.
Yeah, Jeff in the chat says he starts left wing for Arsenal. He would definitely listen. We're not saying he wouldn't play for them. What we're saying, would he get? He'd be rotated.
Whereas you've got to keep Eze happy. You've got to keep Martinelli happy. You've got to keep Leandro Trossard happy. You've got to keep Noni happy. You have to keep Nweri happy. You have to keep Odegaard happy. You have to keep Saka happy. And that's just across the front three, because Rodrigo can play either side, by the way. Either side. Right? So you've got 7 players you've got to keep happy. That's not including the front line.
Not happening, mate.
Not happening. And you got Max Dowden, right? He's obviously, getting his minutes here and there. This guy doesn't care about Arsenal or Tottenham or Liverpool. This guy cares about getting into the World Cup squad. How many minutes is he realistically going to get at Arsenal? And by the way, Arsenal are having to play low block, boring, set piece FC football, which Rodrigo is not going to be a beneficiary of. If I am Fabio Paratici, I'm pitching the story. Go to Arsenal, play 30% of the minutes. Cool, you might win the league. You might win the Champions League. Whatever. Congratulations. You ain't going to be a superstar there. You're not going to shine. And by the way, they play a certain style of football that is as a consequence of, them doing what they've got to do to win. And I understand it, and I can appreciate that from their perspective, because they've been building something for 5 years, and now they've got, they're playing against low blocks, and it's difficult to break them down. And so they set up, look for corners, get their free kicks, get their corners, get their throw-ins, and get Gabriel on the end of it, or Saliba, whatever. Fair enough. Does that suit you right now, Rodrigo? Do you care about Arsenal winning the league, or do you care about Rodrigo getting in the Brazilian team and making sure that you've got momentum and minutes and etc. going into it? I think if I'm Fabio Paratici, I can spin that story and say the best place for you for the next 6 months is Tottenham bloody Hotspur.
Do you try it? The thing is, look, I believe that Spurs, either this window coming up or the summer window, will make the biggest signings in their history. Personally, I really do.
In the summer, yeah. January is very difficult.
Yeah. But,
all eyes on the Lewis children, right?
Yes, we can't call them children, mate. The Lewis pensioners.
the lineage, the succession plan, whatever you want to call it, right?
Succession.
All eyes on them. Are you gonna sit there and tell Vinay, go for it? You want to throw an extra couple of grand on the wages? Don't piss around like the previous guy did. Apparently,
we can clearly see things are changing, Sean. Right? There's certain elements that are changing. We can see things moving. Right? So let's see what happens. But look, I think if they bought in Toney, that would be something. If they bought in
him as well, then let's talk about him.
Yeah.
Apparently he's willing to come, but the as I said to you before, Al Ali don't want to let him go. Why would they, Johnny?
Yeah. Well, listen, he's gone out there for the buck. You've made your bed, you got to lie in it. If they don't want to let him out, then that's that. It is what it is. We'll have to go for Vlahovic on loan. What I do know is that Vlahovic is someone that Spurs are looking at. And look, we know full well, if there was any man on the planet that was capable of getting a deal done out of Juventus, it's the Don. So let's see what happens there. I personally would be very happy with Vlahovic or Toney. We desperately need a left winger. If that was Lookman, I'd be happy. If it's what's name, I'd be happy as well. Tell me something: is Lookman's contract up in the summer?
No.
What's he got left? Another year and
another year.
Another year. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. That I'd be interested to see.
I think it's a year with an option, actually.
I'll tell you, shall I tell you two other players before we move on from Spurs? Spurs are also interested in signing Jan Bisek from Inter Milan.
Yeah, I spoke about him. Yeah, I think we spoke about him yesterday on here, but I spoke about him on my channel. Yeah, he's a quality player, mate. I would look at this. Look at his. Just look
it's
at this.
The German, though. It's the German. The Germans aren't been doing so well,
mate.
Yeah.
Have a look at this guy. I'll pull him up. Jan Bisek for me.
Yeah, it's a
Jan Oral Bisek. Oral Bisek. Don't forget his full name.
Oral.
Yep. He man knows a thing or two about.
Oral. Yeah.
Oral. Look at that. Okay, output as a left-sided centre back. Sorry, he's a right-footed centre back, but he can play on both sides. Unbelievable output. Look at this. It's just green bars of delight, mate. Bars of delight.
We're looking at him, but we're also looking at the cheaper version of a very talented left back at Wolfsburg. The keep forgetting his name now. The
Konstantinos Carrigher. Hang on, let me get it up. Pause. Konstantinos.
Spurs see him as the next potential understudy.
He's a good player.
They desperately need someone on that left-hand side, 100%. And if you bring him in January, God forbid something happens to Mickey, then you've got a naturally left-sided centre-back.
Here we go. Here's Konstantinos Koulariakis. I did a big shout on him the other day. I ran him through the Y Scout. He looks like his stats don't aren't wildly impressive, but he's got a wonderful left foot on him. A wonderful left foot. Shot creating actions, 1.12. And this is the thing, Johnny, right? We have to. I'm sorry to everyone that's not a Tottenham fan. This obviously is a normal football show. We're just talking about. We'll go through it
We'll go through all the others after. Yeah.
But Tottenham, to me, are linked with far too many centre backs to justify the viability of the argument, unless there's an intention to move to a back three at some point.
Well, listen, look, I don't care what anyone says. I think we needed a challenging left centre back over 2 years ago, right? You know, I want quality in that left side. Look at Arsenal's left side. Look how many options they have there. It's insane, right?
And they keep their value as well. They're like a Rolex watch because they're the lesser spotted centre back, left-footed, left-sided.
Yeah, so I'm all for it. I think it's an important position that we need to fill. And last but not least, Spurs are linked with Takfusa Kubo.
Stay clear of him.
Real Sociedad. They're talking about 60 million euros. 24. What are your thoughts, Sean? I'm not sure about.
He's a right winger.
Yeah.
We don't. Yes, you do need depth, but he's a right winger. So that doesn't really make a hell of a lot of sense. And then secondly, he's a very good player, mate. He's a very, very talented player. Doesn't have brilliant output. He has a goal or an assist every 3 games.
Yeah, he's not
every 10 games.
He's not what I would.
He also has. He's also not. I don't think he's physically strong enough to play in the Premier League.
That's what I said. A lot of people in the chat, Sean, are talking about Robinson of Fulham. The problem is now he's 29 years of age. We're not paying £50 million for a 29, 30-year-old. Can't see it.
Now, Robinson wouldn't cost you 50 million quid.
He's not going to.
No, it'll cost you 20. It'll cost you 30.
Right, let's move on from Spurs. Otherwise, we'll be getting class of favouritism. Chelsea are ignoring Real Madrid's hands off for Nico Paz after his superb performances for Como, but it's felt the Argentinian's priority himself, despite the interest from Spurs and Chelsea, that he wants to play for Real Madrid. If he does come in, Sean, there's got to be exits because there are players there in the middle of that park who are not going to be getting game.
Chelsea aren't going to sign Nico Paz.
No, I'm saying Nico Paz has stayed. Chelsea have made inquiries about it. I'm saying Nico Paz has made it clear he only wants to play for Real Madrid.
Right.
And what I'm saying is if he does come in, which looking
I'll go for Real Madrid. There's got to be exits. Yeah, 100%. But listen. Alonso's made a sort of rod for his own back, mate. Like he's playing, he's giving Arda Güler minutes, he's got Mastantuano, right, who leverages into that sort of model. And he also has this Nico Paz transfer. You've got Vinny Jr., you've got Mbappe. You know, what's going on?
Well, is this where a club who's got the foresight can see this is going to happen and say, right, if Nico Paz goes to Real Madrid, which of their top players is not going to get any game time who will be looking to move?
Yeah, well, Rodrygo already wants out, doesn't he? Rodrygo must be sitting there. It's a World Cup year, mate. I genuinely think this January, you've got two things going on. You've got the fact that there's like an additional 3 or 4 days relative to last season before the final game of the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League is concluded. That's gonna shift a lot of people's ability to do business into that final 3 or 4 days. But at the same time, Johnny, you have the World Cup. And you have players that are desperate for minutes. Savinho isn't playing. Savinho's not playing any minutes. The Tottenham go back.
Good enough. I mean, I'm watching him, Sean, and I'm seeing some poor decisions in the final third. I'm not seeing a £70 million player.
I was never that blown away by having him in the first place. He was never my top of my list. I want someone that's a physical guy. So I want someone that can. I like Adam Lukman. We've got to talk about him as well because I know what happened the other day. We spoke about it on Spurs 5. We'll have a little chinwag about it now. I want a player that's physical as well as got the output, as well as has the input factors. Savinho, to me, in the Premier League, it's not like it's the same with Kubo. These players are not like 3 years ago. Technicality trumps physicality. Right now, it's all about stronger, bigger, stronger, faster, Johnny. And like Kubo, Savinho, any of these sorts of players, Nico Paz, maybe Xavi Simons is an argument against this one. And also like Florian Wirtz, like players that don't have that strength, they get bodied, they get bullied. And it doesn't mean just because you play in the middle that you're the only person that's going to receive it. If you're on the wing and you're lightweight, you're going to get that as well.
So how did David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Luka Modric, they learned to adapt?
Different game, different time.
I know, but he's still playing now. But
not in the Premier League. Oh, so Bernardo Silva is, Silva is. Yeah.
There are players who are slight. There are many who aren't big that are playing.
You can only have 1 or 2 of those sorts of players in this day and age. I think you can only have 1 or 2 of those flashy players that are lightweight. But you have to support them around. You have to support around them to be physical. And I just feel like, listen, I'm not saying that let's avoid the slighter players that are brilliant. I'm just saying it's a consideration, right? Like, if you had a player here that's incredibly lightweight but has a low sense of gravity, and you're comparing him to somebody else that's a bit more physical that can handle the hustle and bustle, for me, I'd choose the other guy if the other factors are not that dissimilar. I think physicality is a big problem, or the lack of it is a big problem in the Premier League.
Talking about physicality, it's saying that Real Madrid have got now no interest in signing Mark Gahey on loan, and they want to sign Upamecano. Bayern Munich have offered him 2 big contracts. He hasn't signed either. And Upamecano's agent has had a meeting with Real Madrid officials yesterday, with the Bayern Munich centre-back also linked with Liverpool as he's ending the end of his contract. The world's his oyster. Quite injury-prone. I mean, I really like him. He's a top defender. But Real Madrid could have anyone they want, really. Would you say that Upamecano is the best out of Mark Gahey, Mickey van der Ven, or our captain? I don't know.
Upamecano's a fantastic player, mate. He's a fantastic player. But he's
free.
The German League.
He's free.
He's free in the summer.
Yeah.
I think he'll come to the Premier League, personally. Well, if Real Madrid come in for him, fair enough. Real Madrid, basically, yeah, you're right. They have their pick, and I think that they will end up with 2 new centre-backs, or at least 1, and they won't pay a bean for them. They'll be a world-class player.
Nothing.
They'll get nothing. Yeah, obviously there'll be a signing-on fee and all that stuff, but It's just weird that there's like 2 or 3 players out there. There's Ibrahim Konate, there's Mark Gahey, there's Upamecano, all of them coming to the maturity of their contract at the same time. And if you're Real Madrid and you pick up the phone, everyone answers, then they could end up easily with they've got their choice. They've got their spoiled for choice.
So if you're Liverpool and Real Madrid offer Upamecano a contract and he says, I'm going to Real Madrid, do Liverpool turn around to Konate and say, you know what, mate, we've offered you 3 contracts, right? We've offered you improved deals all the time. We're going back to the original deal. Take it or leave it. Or do you think they then just try and get him signed?
Konate could go to Bayern Munich instead, couldn't they?
Could do what was a swapsy.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like, all of those players, with the exception of Mark Gahey, like Crystal Palace will end up having to pay big money to replace Mark Gahey. But the other teams, there's like, if one of them goes there, the other one will go there, the other one will go. You know what I mean?
It's going to be a
merry-go-round.
One player that Real Madrid are refusing to let go on a permanent basis is Endrick. Manchester United apparently wanted to loan him with an option to buy. Real Madrid have said they've got absolutely no interest in letting him go for a buy. And the interest from other clubs also was option loan with a buy option or an obligation. They got no interest. So it looks like the move to Lyon is going to carry on. But moving on to Newcastle, Sean. Newcastle are one of the clubs leading the move to sign in for Brentford striker Igor Thiago from your club, Club Brugge. Well, Brentford, Club Brugge.
Yeah. I don't want to see Thiago. I think Brentford needs to keep hold of him. You know, I think that Brentford can't just be. They can't like unleash a player. Also, he was there for a year, wasn't he? But he didn't do anything last season. I think he was injured a lot, wasn't he? But he's doing good bits for Brentford. You know, and I think Brentford need to keep hold of him. Like, you know, I think he's still fairly young. I think he's gonna have a lot of opportunities to move on, and Brentford will eventually sell him for probably 50-60 million quid. But not yet for me, Johnny. Not yet for me.
Well, maybe next summer. Summer's not yet. Could be
the one I'm interested in following. And I don't know if Foxy's in the house. I haven't seen his name yet, but we were talking about Francolino Jew.
He went off. He scored again, Sean, but went off in the 56th minute. But Mitterrand atop. Is Matthew Benham still involved in Mitterrand?
Yeah, Mitterrand. Yeah.
What a shock, eh?
Yeah, I mean, but he left. He's from the Benfica academy. Francolino Jew. I just think he's made for the Premier League. I really do think. Apparently, Everton sent scouts to see him play against Celtic, and obviously not unimpressed. Right, he scored a cracking goal for them. He's such a physical guy, mate. He's so fast, but his ability, he's like ice cold when he gets in the penalty box. But when he's making his moves from deep, he's erratic and furious and fast and terrifying. But then when he gets around the box, he just becomes a clinical guy. So he's got that kind of, I don't know, the yin and the yang in him, the sort of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or whatever it is, and whichever one's the lunatic. He keeps that one out of the box. When he's in the box, he's clinical and knows what he's doing. But to get himself there, the way he plays in the build-up is fantastic. He's so fast. His wingspan is insane. It reminds me of that Etta Eon guy with his wingspan, shoulders galore. And I think he'll be a really good player for the Premier League. I'm surprised. I would have thought he would have been playing. You know, I think I would have been surprised if he didn't go back to Brentford. I think Brentford would probably look at him and go, if we sell Igor Thiago, then bring him.
He's going to be big money though. Mitterrand aren't selling him on the cheap, mate. He's going to end up.
We know who owns.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It makes sense, right?
An agreeable deal between the two parties.
An agreeable deal, right? But Everton are making a march on him. I put a tweet out earlier saying
to replace Thiago in the summer.
Well, maybe, yeah, possibly. I mean, I don't think there's any danger really of him leaving. Leaving Michelin now to go to a top team because he's cup tied, European cup tied. But Everton aren't playing in Europe, but Everton need a striker. You know, I'm a little bit disappointed so far. Tierno Barry, I was a big fan of Tierno Barry last season, and I was expecting to see a little bit more from him. I was expecting to see a little bit more from the guy who went to Aston Villa from Rennes.
Time, Sean. Takes time, mate.
It does take time.
You know, let's wait and see. You know, if you'd have said Igor Thiago last season, he got injured, didn't see much of him. Yeah, sometimes it takes time. Look at Alex Scott. I was pumping up Alex Scott, saying how good he was. He had his injuries, then he struggled to get some. And look at him today, unbelievable. Signed, called up into the England squad. Now there's a player that would run over hills to sign for Spurs. He absolutely is obsessed with Spurs. The whole family are massive Spurs fans. So there's a player that would definitely like to come. Manchester United are interested in Karim Alabaj. I can't even say it. The Red Bull Salzburg wonder kid. Can you say his name? Alajabogovic. Alabegovic. Alabegovic. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know him?
Hang on a second. I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Karim, Kerim, Allah without the H. Jebegovic.
Alabegovic. Yeah. I'm not sure about him. No, I don't know too much about him, to be honest. Is he quality?
Well, he's the wonder kid. He's the wonder kid, apparently.
I don't watch too much Austrian football. But listen, RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg have got more trading between those two clubs than any other two clubs in the history of Europe. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's that good, if he's not going to get shipped into your club, RB Leipzig, my man.
And Manchester United are after the Erling Haaland copy Brazilian lookalike, or copy-like 17-year-old striker Dell, not to be confused with the laptop or desktop. I wonder if his name's Del Boy.
He who dares, Trotters.
Who calls their Brazilian son Del? I mean, seriously. Apparently, Alexis McAllister is the number one target for Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid, as if he doesn't have enough players. But I suppose, he knows. Look, this is the team that he's inherited. So I guess they're going to have to give him some money to go and buy the players that he wants. I don't know. I think Alexis McAllister, mind you, he's been there quite. How many years has McAllister been at Liverpool now? Must be.
This is his third. This is his third season, I think.
Third, is it? Yeah, third season. Yeah, maybe in the summer. Liverpool probably need an overhaul. I think we mentioned it.
Hold the fort for 2 seconds, mate. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Jadon Sancho, Manchester United have decided that they're not going to exercise their 1 year option, purely because of the fact that would mean they would have to pay him another exorbitant fee for another year, and no one's going to take him for that fee on loan and pay that wage. So let him go, which means that yet again, Jadon Sancho is going to be free to sign a huge contract and signing on fee for a player that's just not performing. Rumour has it, though, that Borussia Dortmund are interested. So it'll be interesting to see whether he takes that up, because he did actually, there was one place he did perform. It was out in Germany. It's probably his level, maybe more space. But Man United not willing to take up the money, pay the money, should I say, for that final year. For me, Jadon Sancho is a bit like João Felix, great at the beginning and just flatters to deceive, and just is going to become like a nomad, going from club to club. the other names, I mean, I can't see this one happening, but one of the players on Alonso's list is Declan Rice, and the figure touted would be 150 million should Real Madrid come calling for Declan Rice if they can't get Alexi McAllister. I don't know. I would have thought Declan Rice would have become above McAllister personally. Right now, he's probably
he's never going to leave though. Why would he leave?
I don't know. Living in Spain,
Nah, you haven't done anything yet.
bigger money.
Got to win the Champions League and the Premier League at Arsenal.
Win stuff instead of choking and coming second.
Oh, maybe that will change. Yeah, we'll find out what happens with
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
No, I said that knowing full well that Arsenal are going to probably do it this season. Let's see. What else you got, Shawnee?
Well, what I want to just call out my man Kicks and my man Spurs King. They're having a little...
They're having a to-do, are they?
They're having a to-do in the chat. Lads, it's just football. It's just football. What have I got for you, mate? I want to talk to you a little bit about. Let's do some Premier League predictions, shall we? Or do you want to go to? Should we go to the other clubs first? Because there's some big games in the other clubs tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, some big clubs. My club, Cremonese.
One second.
It's that time once again. It's time to check in. We're going round the world to all our second teams.
Yeah, my team, Cremonese, with Jamie Vardy, cult hero, Jamie Vardy. We're away to Pisa tonight in Serie A, and hopefully we've been drawing a lot of games, but hopefully tonight, excuse me, hopefully tonight we can win one. A win will take us up to 7th place, level with Como. Look, the mission, Sean, is to stay in the league. That would be a massive achievement for little Cremonese.
You're the Sunderland of the Serie A.
I think that would be a compliment, mate. I think we probably spent
Burnley of the Serie A.
I think we spent probably 100th of what Sunderland spent. Yeah, so listen. Our star player is a 36-year-old English centre forward, or is he? He's older now, isn't he? How old is he now?
38.
38. Yeah, and he's still scoring goals. But listen, we're in 10th place, and we are currently 8 points off of relegation.
Doing all right, mate. Doing all right.
James is asking, why is our second team Cremonese? James, you're
my second team.
Yeah, for the start of the birth of Football Inc. We spun the wheel, James, and we did it in each league for us, for the chat, and for Sean. In the German league, the French league, the Italian league, German league, and in the Championship. And wherever that landed, that's the club we had to support. So I have Cremonese. Sean has 4th place Roma, who are only 1 point off the top of Napoli. And Sean also has, in the Spanish league tonight, Sean's team, Elche. There you go. No, that's Roma. That's Roma.
I know. I'm saying, still got the tag on. Never worn it. Worn it. My man Dybala doing bits.
Have you got your Elche shirt, mate?
Yeah, it's in the back though.
Okay, so Elche are having a fantastic season. They play Real Sociedad tonight. They did so well against Barcelona last week, losing 2-1, but they put up a fantastic performance against them. And they're in 9th place, Sean. What are your thoughts, mate?
Elche, mate. Listen, don't worry about Elche. I don't know about this particular one. I think that Real Sociedad.
They're above Real Sociedad. They're above Real Sociedad.
They are. They're at home. Listen, I think we've got a very strong performance. We're the draw merchants, though, mate. We've won 3, drawn 5, lost 3. Difficult to beat, but difficult to get the points as well. You know, and you know how I feel about draws, mate. I think they should be eradicated from football. They help.
listen, if it wasn't for draws, Cremonese would be in a mess, mate. We've got 5 draws, but we've only lost
Same as Elche, but the 5 points, mate. That's 5 points from 5 games. You know, you could get 2 wins and lose 3.
Playing Juventus, you know, Cremonese lost to Juventus 2-1, right?
That's what I'm saying, mate. You can go unbeaten. People think a draw is a good result because you haven't been beaten. But if you in a 38 game season, you can go 38 games undefeated by drawing every one of them and still be relegated.
But
conversely, you can win 13 games and lose 25 and have more points.
Yeah, but Sean, like when you're at the bottom, when you're at the base, when you're scratching around like your Cremoneses, right? Every point is survival. Yeah. And tonight's game against Pisa, most fans will be leaning towards Pisa, but I will be leaning towards Cremonese.
Didn't Pisa also come up though?
Pisa are just below us. Yeah,
they also got promoted, so it's a relegation. So I'm pretty sure Pisa came up. They were in Serie B last season, I believe. If someone can correct me.
Yeah, I think they were in the Pisa B, and now they're in the Pisa A.
Right, mate. Shall we do some predicciones?
Let's do the predicciones. Come on, let's do them.
Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws. Who's gonna win this weekend? Gotta predict the scores. Gotta be Nostradamus, picking wins, losses, and draws.
Right, before we get into it, I'm going to give you the breakdown of where we're up to. Last week was a bit of a gap closer. I didn't have the best week. Both Johnny and the chat, thanks to Dean Houdini. Dean Law Houdini. He and Johnny both beat me on the overall skills. So the gap's closed. What we need right now is somebody to put their hand up. Someone in the chat to put their hand up and represent the chat. Here we go. El Dante, he's done it. Want me to give scores for the chat this week? Well done, El Dante. Straight up. Good man, El Danterino. All right. Let's talk some football, Johnny. Opening game of the weekend is, of course, the biggest game of the weekend. It's Tottenham versus Manchester United. What are you saying? Talk me through the performance. Talk me through the outcome. Talk me through your thoughts.
Well, look, we've won 4 games in our last 20 Premier League home games. 4. One of those was against Manchester United. The other two of them were against, relegated Southampton and probably relegated maybe Burnley. I'm not impressed. Look, I think it very much depends, Sean, on 2 bits of team news that we're not quite sure about. One is Mohamed Kudus, not seen in training again.
He's not back. They said it's touch and go, which means he's not around.
Yeah, touch and go. And Mawani.
Maybe it's 4D chess. I don't know.
Yeah, and Mawani as well. Without Kudus and Mawani, I don't think we got a chance in this game, personally. But if they're there, I'm going to go Spurs 2-1 winners. I've changed. I was going 3-2 in our other chat, but I'm going to go 2-1 purely because of the fact that I've now heard that Kudus is an issue.
Yeah, see, for me, I don't think Kudus out is necessarily a hindrance. I think that I think we rely on him too much, and I'm confident regardless, mate. We got their mark. We've marked their card. We're going to be absolutely fine. I'm saying 2-0 to Tottenham. What are we saying, Mr. El Danterino? 1-0, he says, Spurs win. We're all going for Spurs wins. Bias much? Possibly. But I don't think there's going to be any problem there. By the way, guys, just to give everyone an update, as of last week, these are the scores on the doors. In third place, bringing up the rear, pause, is our man Johnny H. 3232. He's on 59 points. 9 points ahead of him is the chat. Big up the chat. 68 points. And myself is in first place, 6 points ahead of the chat. And a fair old whack, 15 points ahead of Johnny on 74 points. That's me. That's yours truly. I don't know what you want from me. That's what I do. I get these things right. For what it's worth, we also, if you don't know how it works, you get 3 points for a correct scoreline, 1 point for a correct result, but an incorrect scoreline, 0 point for everything else. You also get at the end of the session to pick a player that hasn't been chosen before, and for every assist that they're a part of, then they are given a point, and for every goal that they score, they get 3 points. So I'll go through the players we've used at the end. But Spurs Man United. So I've gone 2-0. Johnny, you've gone 2-1. And the chat via El Dantorino has gone 1-0. It's going to be a good game, an early kickoff. I think I saw someone, I think it was Blaine, who was asking, are we going to be at the game tomorrow? I'm going. And Johnny, you're going as well, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. Well, I'll be there probably 10:30 tomorrow.
What time's the game start? 12:30?
12:30.
Yeah, I'll be there early. Getting the beers in.
Next
as you do.
Everton versus Fulham. Everton, obviously not the easiest to beat at home. Unlike Spurs, they make it a bit of a fortress. I'm going to go Everton 2, Fulham 1.
Okay. I'm going to go 2-0. Easy peasy. Fulham aren't scoring tomorrow, in my opinion. What's the chat saying? Get your chats in, by the way, guys. Get your chats in. Everton 2, Fulham 1, says El Dantorino as well.
Same as me. Here's an interesting one. West Ham, who couldn't buy a win. Nuno's come in and suddenly looked like a different team the other night. Quite shocking. West Ham versus Burnley. What are you going, Sean?
I think this one will be I don't know. I think this one will be a boring game. I'm going to go 1-0 West Ham.
I'm going to go 2-0 West Ham. Same as Del Dante. Del Dante and I are doing the same on every score so far.
Well, let's hope that those score lines are wrong, so that I can extend my lead. Otherwise, I'm going to be in all sorts of trouble. All sorts of trouble. Boring game, though, West Ham Burnley. I haven't got much to say about it. No real thoughts, but I think it's going to be Dolesville. Sunderland Arsenal. Interesting game. Interesting game.
This one. Granit Xhaka, the return is Granit Xhaka to face Arsenal. He'll have a point to prove. It's going to be a tough one for Arsenal. I think it could be quite physical. The road could roar. What are you going to go for, score-wise?
I'll let you go first, mate.
Oh. It's like that, is it? I'm going to go 2-1, Arsenal.
Everyone's
Finally
going
to score a goal. Concede a goal.
See, I'm a little bit panicked, right? Because if it hadn't been for the gap closing exercise that happened last week and the fact that I've been so shameless with my, I don't know what you want from me, that's what I do. I thought I had enough leverage to be able to make a little bit of bold predictions. I'd like to go for 1-1, like Reese, because I think that Arsenal might drop points here. I think Sunderland are going to be.
I thought about it, Sean. Don't be shy.
But you went for what?
2-1 Arsenal. Don't be shy.
Yeah. You want me to? You want me to do that?
Point. You could get it. It'd be massive for you.
Yeah, it'd be massive for you if I'm wrong. What's I know it's Billy, not silly, bro. What are we doing here? Where's El Dante? Where's El Dante?
Right. So what are you going? He's got to look at all the opposition before he can make it.
I'm trying to find El Dante score. There you go. Sunderland has done 1-0. 1-0. I am going to go for
drum roll.
Oh, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I don't care about a point. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going 1-1. I'm going 1-1. 1-1.
I've seen Labour policies come through quicker than that decision. Jesus Christ. Okay. Chelsea.
If I'm right, me and Reese are going drinking. That's what we're doing. We're brave. Everyone else is you pick the easy path, you know?
Yeah. Chelsea versus Wolves. Managerless Wolves. What are you saying, Sean?
You know what? I'm going to go for 1-1 as well. I think Wolves have got something on Chelsea. I think that Chelsea are they're susceptible at home.
Yeah,
I think Wolves players have got a point to prove. I think that I think there's going to be a surprise there. I think Chelsea can go and do a thing or two. Chelsea on the back of a long trip home from Azerbaijan or wherever the fuck they were playing on Wednesday night, and Wolves have got no European football all the time in the world. I'm going for a 1-1 Wolves. 1-1.
1-1. I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 to Chelsea. Okay. What's El Dante saying, Johnny? I can't see the screen.
El Dante. Where is El Dante? El Dante 3, Wolves 1.
Okay.
All right, this is a tough one. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth, Sean. Dante,
not tough
what are you going to go?
Not tough for me at all. I'm going to go 3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa.
Yeah, Bournemouth's time is done, mate. They play too. They're aggressive to a fault.
I'm going 1-1 to Bournemouth.
All right.
Dante's gone 2-2.
2-2. Okay, we're all on the similar sort of page, but I think Villa are going to have their number. No problemo. That's it. That's where I get my points back. You guys are bonkers to think that Villa are not going to come away with the points there. You're bonkers.
Okay, so next one is Viscera's Brentford versus also Viscera's Newcastle. Should be an interesting game.
The Viscera's Derby.
The Viscera's Derby. The Whistle.
I'm going to go for 2-1 Brentford.
Interesting. I'm going to go 2-2. I'm going to go 2-2. Brentford's got, El Dante's gone 2-1. They can't win away.
2-1 to Brentford or 2-1 to Newcastle?
2-1 to Brentford. I'm going 2-2.
It's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. I think this weekend's going to have a lot of the bookmakers are going to make a lot of money this weekend. I guarantee it. Bookmakers are going to make a fortune because I think there's going to be some surprise results. This next game, mate, Sunday afternoon game is going to be an absolute brilliant game to watch.
Yeah,
Palace versus Brighton. It's going to be end to end. It's going to be sensational. Excuse me. I'm going to go for. What's that? What did you say?
I said, pardon me. It was stereo, mate. It had a sort
stereo,
of
echoes.
lingering echo that still bouncing off the walls.
I've cracked open the ciders early, mate. There's a conspiracy show tonight, so I've got to be a little bit tipsy for that. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Palace.
That's exactly what I'm doing, Sean.
Gutless from Hammy. Gutless. Fair enough.
El Dante, what's he doing?
What's El Dante saying? 3-2 Palace.
2-1 Brighton. 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton.
Well, Palace have been in Europe, mate. Did play in the week.
That's actually a really good point. It's a really good point. But they were at home. They were at home, so
still played a full team. Okay, Nottingham Forest versus Leeds United.
It's difficult, mate. This is a difficult game. This is what I'm saying. I don't know. I think the bookies are going to have it off. I might buy a fucking Bet365 stock. But they're going to have a good weekend. I'm going to say.
Drum roll.
Forest were away, weren't they, in Sturm Graz, right?
Yeah.
And they were dog shit. I'm going to say 1-1.
I'm going to go Forest 2-1.
It's amazing. I don't think that there's only like 3 or 4 predictions between all of us here that have got a certain team not scoring. Crazy. 2-1 to Forest. All right. What's El Dante saying?
El Dante has gone Forest 1-0.
Oh, there you go. Interesting. I think Leeds score, mate. I think that guy who plays left winger for Leeds is he's going to get on the score sheet. And then the big one, the biggest game of the weekend for those people that don't care about anyone else: Manchester City versus Liverpool. This is a difficult one to pick, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Arsenal fans will be like relishing this one because it will mean that both teams or one team will be dropping points. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Phil Foden back in form. Liverpool with Slobodsai moving into the middle, looking much better. I think this is going to be a cracking game. Absolute cracking game. I'm going to go Manchester City 3, Liverpool 2.
Far out. Really? All right. What's El Dante saying?
El Dante is saying, I can't even see him.
City 2, Liverpool 3.
Wow. Okay.
Just because both teams are good doesn't mean it's going to be a high-scoring game, guys. What are we doing here? I'm going 2-0 City, easy peasy. Haaland both.
Okay.
All right. So those are the 10 games done. And then we now need a goal scorer or an assist maker that gets a point for every assist and a goal for every goal. 3 points for every goal.
So tell what he can't have.
Yeah, so El Dante, you're not allowed to use Morgan Rogers, Cody Gakpo, Voltemade, Erling Haaland, Jack Grealish, Kudus, Rice, Richarlison, Mo Salah, and that's it.
Yeah.
So no Salah, no Richie, no Rice, no Kudus, no Grealish, no Haaland, no Voltemade, no Gakpo, no Rogers. For you, Johnny, you're not allowed to use Welbeck, Gordon, Saka, Foden, Evan Nilsson, Mateta, João Pedro, Guacamole, and Liam Delap. And I'm not allowed to use Ekitike, Semenyo, Johnson, Guacamole, Salah, Jack Grealish, Haaland, Voltemade, or Igor Jesus.
So who are you going to go for?
I need a second, mate. I need a second here.
I'm going to go for Jared Bowen.
You're going for Jared Bowen, okay? You're going for Jared Bowen. I think I'm going to go for... Have I used Mateta? No. I think I'm going to go for... it's getting a little bit more difficult, isn't it? And as this season goes forward, it's going to get more and more difficult, this game. You know, by game week like 20, we're going to be sitting there picking Mickey Van der Vent. It's going to be interesting.
You're not going to go for the smooth operator then?
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to go for... no, you know who I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for the Villa man. Have I used him already?
Right, well, we're waiting in bated breath. Good job this is in audio.
This is important, mate. This is important. I'm going to go for Ollie Watkins. As long as is he fit, I'm going to go for Ollie Watkins.
Yeah,
I'm going to go for Ollie Watkins.
And what's El Dante going for?
El Dante, I don't know. Can you see
Are you going for Jared Bowen as well? He's going for Jared Bowen as well. Wow. Okay. Yes, he's going for Jared Bowen.
Jared Bowen.
It's a collaboration, Sean.
That's fine. That's fine. You're trying to close the gap on me. Listen, if Everton and Fulham if Everton beats Fulham 2-1, if West Ham beat Burnley 2-0 and Bowen gets both, I'm fucked.
Let's
I'm absolutely fucked on this. I'm gonna be bottom of the table, and then I'm gonna have to be going, I don't know what you want from me. This is what we do. We collapse. We bottle job it. FC. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Do I want Watkins? You know what? I need to think about this.
Oh, quickly. Come on, man. Come on.
It's a big deal, mate. It's a big deal.
We can't. This is a live YouTube show. We can't be having 3-hour comeback.
30 seconds. I'm 30 seconds. Okay, I'll stick with Watkins then. Pressurising me. You fucking peer pressuring little prick. That's what you are, Johnny. A peer pressure prick.
TBC. Tune in next week to find out which Sean has chosen. Christ. 4 episodes.
Got to figure it out. Got to figure it out, mate. You got to do what you got to do.
You're doing fine. You're doing great, mate. You're doing great. Let's just see if there's any late team news. No, I don't think so. I'm sure we've all seen the England team that's been chosen. Most of us will probably have.
No, I haven't seen it. Go on, so walk me through it.
I'll list it up. Hang on a second.
Let me see if I can get the. I'll get it up on the screen.
Let's just see. Hang on. Where's the long list? Oh, here we go. So it's Dean Henderson, Jordan Pickford, the Pope, Dan Burn, Mark Gahey, Reece James, Konza, Nico Riley, Jarrell Quansah, Jed Spence, John Stones, and the midfield, Elliot Anderson, Jude Bellingham, Jordan Henderson, still don't get that one, Declan Rice, Morgan Rogers, Alex Scott, Adam Walton, and the forwards, Jared Bowen, Eberechi Eze, Phil Foden, Anthony Gordon, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, and Bukayo Saka.
Who are we playing?
That's a very good question. We've already qualified, so I'm not sure who we're playing. Who are we playing? That is a good question. I should know it. Let's see.
Thursday the 3rd. We've got Serbia, and then we have Albania away.
Oh, yeah, home to Serbia on Thursday, and then So,
oh no, wait. Oh, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, those two. Yeah. That's just to see us off. All right.
I think Norway would have already qualified if they beat Estonia.
Is there a chance, by the way? Is there a chance that we have a little quick look at the rest of these teams here? Isn't there still a chance that Sweden can make the World Cup through some sort of fair play bullshit?
Yeah, no, I think it's through the Nations League.
Oh, even though
they're rock bottom, I think they can qualify. Don't think they got a point, Sean.
Oh, where are they?
Don't think they got a single point. They're right.
1 point. 1 point. They're 1 point.
Okay. Out of how many games?
Out of 4.
Yeah. England have qualified already.
Well, so they can if they were to win their last 2 games, and then Kosovo were to lose both, and Slovenia was to win 1, draw 1. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure about the schedule, but there's still an outside chance that they could make it through, right? But so what? So if Sweden, does Sweden have to win the Nations League or something to qualify?
No, I think what they did in the Nations Leagues qualifies them for a playoff place in the World Cup.
Any other teams in jeopardy here? Any other big teams in jeopardy that might not make it?
I think Italy. Would have to go into the playoffs, I believe.
No, Italy will get. Yeah. The second team gets in the playoff, right? Is that right?
First Norway team qualifies, second team playoff. Norway looking very lightly if they win their game.
Is that Erling Haaland doing his thing?
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I thought there was no way that Sweden wouldn't qualify for the World Cup. I thought Norway, Denmark, and Sweden would all do very well and qualify, but they obviously didn't. Sure, we got a super chat we haven't done.
Okay, I'll come to that in just 1 second. Haaland gets a hat trick in the game against Israel, because I'm looking at this, right? So Norway. Sorry, 1 second.
Meanwhile, Israel only just lost to Italy.
Norway have got a goal difference of +8. No, wait, that's not it. Norway have. I thought I just saw that. Norway have 106. Yeah, Norway have played 6, won 6. Goals for 29.
No, it's madness.
That must be Erling Haaland just smashing it, right? Absolutely smashing it. Let me get that super chat done. By the way, there's a super chat. Spurs OC, big up to you, my man, over from California. I hope you're okay. Let's not walk into another Eze with Rodrigo. That's a good point. That's a good point, though, isn't it, Johnny? Do you want to spend all January wishing for Rodrigo just for Arteta to pick up the phone?
No. So this is my point. Anyone who says the ifs and nahs and oohs and ahs, forget it. Move on. I've got to see what else is coming. They're not interested. We're an afterthought. No interest whatsoever. None.
I still think there's a pitch that you can make very early in that process. You can be having it right now. You're having the conversation right now with Rodrigo's agent saying, come to us, and here's the reasons why, which I've already outlaid. Tell me
something. What about this Jamie Carragher nonsense? He's involved with something every bloody week, Sean. Last week, after the Chelsea game, he highlighted Paulinho as being poor, right? Today, he's gone into he's having a to-do with the journalist from the Daily Mail.
Yeah, Mike Keegan, this guy. The guy who wrote the chief sports reporter who wrote the article. Jamie Carragher's blocked by Man City and UEFA. I said banned in the headline. I'm sure I said blocked. From entering away end with Borussia Dortmund fans after marching to the ground with the supporters, smashed out of his head. He'd had 4 or 5 pints.
Yeah. At least he didn't spit at any kids this time.
I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. After marching to the ground with supporters as reason for ex-Liverpool star being turned away. So basically, he's not allowed to be in there with incite violence. Like you see with the beer in his hand. Proper scouse.
I mean, really, honestly, he's probably got a hubcap under his arm there.
We're definitely getting cancelled now.
He's not. Listen, he's not for me. He's not for me.
I've got to make a jingle about we're getting cancelled. I have to. Every show. You said something wrong. Something wrong, Johnny.
Something wrong. But listen, look, Jamie Carragher, most people get cancelled on this show. You get one chance and you finish, your career's done. And yet this guy seem to be getting...
He knows his football, though. He does know his onions. He does. He
does.
He's listen to. He knows what he's talking about when he comes... I know we disagree. You and I agree, but disagree with him on the Paulinho take. But generally speaking, he's very good with his football. And same with Gary Neville, very good with their football. Jamie Carragher does things like this, which I don't think is a big deal. I think it's funny, and and I love the spat. I love the fact that they've had a little tear up. But like Gary Neville being a donut and getting involved in politics, a bit like Gary Lineker. I understand that they're human beings and they want to say their piece, like we all do. We've all got thoughts and feelings about certain topics, but if you just take away all the other noise and just go, are they good at? Are they decent with their football takes? I think they are generally.
I mean, look, the thing is, he didn't go there thinking it was going to go unnoticed or no one was going to be videoing it or taking pictures. He called it controversy. Then he's calling out the guy and blaming the guy at Man City for giving him the information where the journalist said, I think you owe him an apology. I didn't get it from him at all. I got it from the guy you were stood next to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and the backlash, on Paulinho to identify him as being a poor player. You could say he didn't have a good game. That's fine. Or you didn't think he did what he should have done during the game. But to call him out and out a poor player and highlight it on TV, I think it's piss poor performance. I don't like that sort of behaviour, Sean. Got to be honest. No need for it, mate.
That's fair enough. It's fair enough. I just think, listen, if Monday Night Football was to lose Jamie Carragher, I think it would be worse off for it. Not so much with Gary, with people like Gary Lineker. I think his political stances were suddenly more important to him than anything else. So I'm glad he's disappeared. Again, though, not bringing politics into it, but when they bring politics into it, it's supposed to be football. But I don't always agree with Jamie Carragher. I certainly don't always agree with Gary Neville, but I genuinely think that they are quite good at their job when it comes to football stuff. So, you haven't got to agree with them, but as long as they're keeping their politics out of football, which they should do, and neither or one of them specifically hasn't, and he's a bit of a donut for doing that.
Keys and Gray. I mean, look.
The football side of their game, I think they're valuable contributions to the game.
They got banned though, didn't they? Keys and Gray for comment.
Yeah, that wasn't politics. That was just apparently chauvinism, right?
Chauvinism, but I guess spitting at a child out of a car is nothing, right?
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? That's a good point. I forgot that. That's also bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Listen, it's Friday afternoon, mate. Should we round it off,
guys? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do that and hit the subscribe. And Sadiq Khan, if you're listening, make sure you block Arsenal's stadium extension. It's far too big. It's going to block sunlight for some of the neighbours. Won't be a good thing. And Labour, don't give any money for Manchester United's new stadium. 100 million. I think looking for like £1 billion handout. Sean?
Yeah, never going to happen. But at the same time, then Tottenham can't be looking for handouts from David Lammy or whatever for.
Well, we're not going to get it, are we? All we asked for a train station and we couldn't get it, and they're going to build.
I'm just saying though, they're like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you're sitting there saying that United shouldn't get any handouts as a private football entity, then neither should any football club. But they do. Some football clubs do. Some football clubs don't.
This is my point. If they want to build a train station to White Hart Lane from Victoria with a line that's more or less already there, and do that, then fine. Give money to to help other clubs. If it helps the community and helps the regeneration of the area, whether it's in Manchester or what have you, then fine. But not only for one club. No one helps.
I agree. I agree with you. But it has to be. This is another example of politics. I can see Kent here being saying it's always been a part of football. Sean, what we're doing here. Yeah, it has always been, but I don't think it should be. I don't think they should be taking a knee. I don't think there should be wearing armbands to celebrate certain communities above others. I don't think there should be anybody that's allowed that has a platform that. And by the way, like if Tommy Robinson was the greatest Tottenham Hotspur supporter, I wouldn't be advocating him to be able to get his football opinion across and then blend it in with his politics. Same with anyone else. Gary Neville, Gary Lineker. I think all of that shit. You're entitled to feel what you want. You're entitled to say what you want. But if you have a platform where you're getting paid a lot of money, especially in the case of Gary Lineker, where he's on the taxpayers' money, I don't think those people should be able to say what they say, regardless of what they're saying. I just think they should keep that shit out of it, alongside all the other bollocks.
But look
alongside
at West Ham.
All of the other things. All of that stuff should be completely separate. And as far as donations from the public purse to support stadiums, it's a game of justification, right?
Look at West Ham. It's disgraceful. They're paying peppercorn. They're paying like £1 million a year to rent the stadium. They don't pay for security. They don't pay for anything. No club only costs that to run. Not even Brighton. Bournemouth doesn't cost £1 million to run for a year. They have to pay for their upkeep. They have to pay for security. West Ham pay for jack shit.
Are you sure West Ham don't pay for their own policing and stuff?
They're exempt for certain things. Yeah, I don't know if it's the policing or security. One of the two.
Because they're just the tenant, not the landlord. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. I'm not. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know about that. I can't comment. And if that's the case, then that's also shit. My take is, as much as I know that it's just an obnoxious opinion because it's based on a dream world scenario, but I would just love it if football could stay football, and that everything else could stay everything else.
But there's politics at every club, Sean.
Politics in every walk of life, mate. Everything.
Daniel Levy, the Lewis family, West Ham with the Golds and all of the owners and the other people. Every club has its politics. unfortunately, every changing room has its politics.
I hear you, mate. I hear you. Listen, the world is complex. It's fucked up. It's not a nice place to be at the moment. Everyone's at each other's throats and everything. But on the football ink, football stink, we'll dip our toe into it just occasionally because we have to.
Yeah, we'll do the money. Where there's money, there's politics, and where there's muck, there's brass, and all that.
Where there's brass, you'll find Sean, which is where I might be tomorrow afternoon if Tottenham don't do the job against Manchester United. If you see me doing live streams or content tomorrow afternoon following the Man United game, then you know that I've been a good boy. If I go AWOL for 24 hours, you'll know that the demons on my left shoulder overrode the demons or the angels on my right. Guys, we will leave it there. Johnny, I want to wish you a happy weekend. And I want to wish everyone in the chat.
At the game. I might see you tomorrow at the game. Whoever you support, good luck. Hope you win. Hope you have a happy weekend. And we might see you Saturday afternoon, Sean.
Yeah, possibly. Probably not.
Possibly.
Possibly not. We'll see what happens. But good weekend to everybody. And listen, by Monday morning, we will know whether or not Sean Butler still sits top of the prediction tree. I'm predicting a maintenance at the top of the game. That's what I do. But Johnny, it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from him.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.